runners here in Dark Falls and Green Mario. They both are in the first round of the tournament. Dark Falls came in with a 48 seed, and Green Mario is our 81st seed. That 81st seed is a little bit deceptive, though, for Green Mario. He's one of the 10 best vanilla runners of this game out there. I think he missed a qualifier or two, which gave him a 0 in his average, which really kind of knocked his seeding down. So this should be a really good race.
Yep, that's right. And we see that Green Mario is going to head for Vanilla Level 3's location first. We have Lionel's surrounding it, and unfortunately, I can't quite see what level that is. Looks like the cropping's just a wee bit off, but we'll try and get the level on there in just a few moments.
Yeah, based on Green Mario immediately leaving once he entered the dungeon, I would say maybe it's like a level 6 or a level 8. One of the bigger dungeons that you don't really want to see right away. Oh, it's level 9, so...
It makes perfect sense. So level 9, you can't go into level 9 until you collect all 8 Triforce pieces. Meanwhile, Green Mario is going to go into his first Take Any Cave and pick up a heart container. So at the moment, he has a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item, whatever it might be. And we have Gibdos in the overworld.
Yeah, Gibdos actually aren't too bad in the overworld, although they're a pretty easy enemy to have in dungeons. So a lot of times people, especially if they're comfortable with screen scrolling, will prefer to see like Wizrobes and Lionels on the overworld so they don't have to deal with them in dungeons. But it's all a matter of preference. They are another bomb dropper on the overworld, so that can help.
And we have 3 locked doors on Dark Falls side. Time to play 3-door Monty. But Green Mario is now in level 8. Dark Falls in level 3. And by doing the pirouette trick, he's able to get rid of one of those locked doors. And we have a key with some Tektites. And they didn't roll high, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, especially the yellow Tektites rolling high. They're one of the most unpredictable and hard to hit enemies in the game. And when they have more than 1 HP, when you're on Woodsword, they can just be infuriating to try and track down through the room. And they can just bop you all over the place if you're not.
And it looks like blue Tektites also didn't roll high either. Uh-oh, we've got Wizrobes and Pole's voices. Boy, we have the ultimate breakfast in that room. We saw Pole's voices and Tektites and Stalfos and Gels. My goodness, you have everything there.
Right, and on Darkfall's side, we actually have a segmented level 3. Level 3 normally won't have a transport staircase unless it's shapes and it's segmented. And we also find our meat block, which doesn't look to be required since you can enter it from the top.
Now, not required, but it doesn't look like Dark Falls, so now he's going to go for it. He does have 2 keys, and it looks like he's trying to respawn the room in hopes of getting some kind of drop. Ooh, he gets the map. We're going to find out exactly how many segments this level 3 has. Just the 2.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. You can leave and re-enter rooms, and it will respawn the highest priority enemy in that room, which isn't always the most difficult enemy to fight. Meanwhile, Green Mario has given up on that level 8. I don't blame him here. It was a nasty enemy set in that level, and it's so massive. Level 8's probably probably going to be the biggest dungeon outside of level 9. And it does have 3 items, but it can just be a nightmare to try and traverse.
Yeah, definitely. Levels 6 and 8 can be up to 40 rooms plus each. And we did find the value of that medium secret, and it's not good. It's only 27 rupees. The range is anywhere between 25 and 40 rupees, with the vanilla amount being 30. So money could be tight here if that large isn't worthwhile.
Right, and the medium secret is also the most plentiful secret as well, so that medium secret rolling low can really hurt. Meanwhile, unfortunately, Green Mario did take an overworld death, so he is into level 3, which is our level 1 location. Should be a lot more manageable, and a good decision as we see Dark Falls get the ladder off the floor. That's a big pickup.
Yeah, huge pickup there, because more often than not, in an all 8 Triforce required seed, you're going to need that ladder somewhere along the way. Who knows? There might be a ladder item on the coast that's required, and that's the harder of the 2 items to find. So the next staircase that Dark Falls finds, it could be right here in this reverse C room. He will find his staircase item, but we've got Wizrobes, and they're not the hardest enemy to deal with, but in a confined space like this, they can be a little bit tricky, because 1 hit from their beams, which costs 4 hearts, and Dark Falls will be a goner.
Yeah, red Wizrobes, when you're forced to enter from the east side of that reverse sea, can be kind of tricky to navigate because they'll spawn in a straight line based on your position. So if you try and get on the north or the south part of that reverse sea, if you're not careful, you could get trapped and be forced to take a beam.
Darkfall's getting a bomb drop, and that is the end of that room. Is this our staircase? Oh, it's a red herring!
It feels bad after you spend all that time, but the silver lining is he did get a bomb drop, so it wasn't completely a waste of time.
Yeah, it just seems to be the way sometimes. You have this difficult room, and it turns out that room was never required to begin with. And Darkfall's going to up an A from there. Is he going to give up on this? No, he's going to take one of the locked doors. He's going to take the door from the north and find a maze room, and uh-oh, we got trouble.
Now, the good thing is he's seen that yellow Tektite is a high priority enemy, so he might just try and keep respawning that yellow Tektite. That would be my strategy anyway. Because the yellow Tektite is 1 HP. But it looks like he wants to go ahead and try his luck with this blue Wizrobe here.
Nice. Got him with the 2 bombs that he had, and he's going to take care of the Poles voices now. Now, he's got to be careful because they normally have 10 HP. With the plus or minus 2, they could have as many as 12 HP. And every time you get bopped by him, you lose 2 hearts. Greenmario.
Sorry about that.
No problem. I was just saying Greenmario is now going to enter that same Wizrobe room, and he is cornered, so he's going to use a bomb. Use a bomb, get a bomb. Very nice work, but unfortunately, he's going to find out. Oh, and he gets a clock drop. That's the good news. The bad news is he's about to find out it's a debate room.
Yeah, bombs in that room aren't the worst thing in the world to use because you do have that chance of getting them replenished off of the red Wizrobes. So I do like that strategy. Make it a lot quicker on yourself, a lot easier on yourself. No chance that you're going to get yourself killed by.
Looks like Wizrobes didn't roll high. They go down in 1 bomb. We find our item. It is the heart container. So Darkfalls will pick that up. He's up to 4 hearts. And we did see the Triforce in the previous room, so he'll go back there, pick that up, and be the first one on the board in the Triforce department.
Yeah, he's full cleared this 3, so he'll be moving on. We got a ladder and a heart container out of here. Because he killed a Zal by splitting it and then killing the gels, that's why this enemy respawned here. So he does have to re-kill this Pole's voice, but it shouldn't take him long.
Yeah, it's the same thing that applies with Vires as well. If you split them into 2 red keys, you exit the room and then come back, they will respawn as well.
And unfortunately, Greenmario goes ahead and dips out for a moment. I don't believe he found the Triforce in level 3. I guess he wants to find the Armos item, make it maybe a little bit easier on himself with that difficult enemy set. So that's not a bad strategy.
And that is not where the Armos item is today. Instead, it's going to be a small secret for 11 rupees, so a little bit above the average.
So that means that our Armos item is going to be at the southeastmost Armos over in the forest, because that's where the small secret normally is, and it got randomized with the Armos.
So that's how you can tell where that Armos item is. Greenmario goes into vanilla level 6 and finds level 4, which is the last level that in the normal vanilla game doesn't have a transport staircase. But again, if level 4 is segmented here in shapes, then of course we're dealing with more than 1 staircase. Clears the NSU room, no drop here. And Ganon is behind you. Well, made you look.
And we unfortunately see Zals here. That's bad for 2 reasons. A, they can't kill them in 1 hit, so they'll be killing a lot of gels. And B, we already saw them with Wizrobes, so unless they're the common enemy, we're likely to see Wizrobes again in this level.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, the old man was half right. We did have Ganon's room behind Link, but just no Ganon.
And with all these Zals, Greenmario's got to be careful. He's on half a heart. Any little gel hit will kill him. And it looks like he was trying to force a bomb there on a 10 count. And unfortunately, he was wrong on his count, it looks like, unless he was trying to force a 5er, but I doubt that's the case. In the meantime, he does get the map in a pretty tame shape here. Not the worst level ever. Level 4, in shapes anyway, does tend to be pretty tame most of the time. I like finding level 4 in shapes, and it looks like Zols are probably the common enemy because this is not an enemy that we've seen yet, the Gorillas.
Absolutely. I do believe you're right that we are going to see Zols as the common enemy in dungeons. And we did find the ground item in level 4. It's another heart container. So Dark falls up to 5 hearts. So he now has a 2 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item. Next heart container he finds will guarantee him that white sword item. Now, because this level 4 is not segmented, Greenmario has just found the staircase item. And what do we have here? Red candle. That's nice to find early.
It's a very nice find. That means they aren't going to have to spend money on a candle in the overworld. That's really important since we've already seen that money might be a bit of an issue this seed. That is going to take a big load off their shoulders as far as.
Certainly, Antlers, because with the red candle, you can fire it as many times as you want on the screen, a maximum of 2 shots, though, plus it gains access to the vanilla level 8 location. So, yeah, very great find early on. And it's a nice secondary weapon to find when you don't have a white sword or a wand.
Especially with all these Zols all over the place, you just fire a candle once at them, and it kills the Zol, and it kills both the gels that spawn.
And Greenmario can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. The only problem is he's down to 1, so he's going to have to nail this shot perfectly, and he does. He gets another bomb.
Yeah, I hate that situation. That's the worst. And you've got 1 bomb, and you're just praying that they don't pull a 180 on.
Yeah, one of them did. Oh, look at that 180. Well, he does. Oh, a bad break for Greenmario. He got the stun, but he got hit right as he killed the Dodongo, so he does not get a bomb drop. A very unfortunate break there for Greenmario. Darkfalls did get his red candle from the staircase.
Yeah, that feels bad, but the good thing is that didn't happen the first Dodongo that he killed, because then he would have been in real.
Oh, absolutely, no question about it. Now Greenmario taking care of the NSU room with the blue gorillas. And I don't know if I was counting, but they might have rolled low.
They rolled minimum. That 3 HP for blue gorillas. Their vanilla is 5. So they rolled minimum HP. That's real nice because those blue gorillas are one of the probably the most aggressive enemy in the game, and they do a full heart of damage every hit. So they're really, really hard to dodge, and especially when you're on low health, they're really scary.
Greenmario finds the Triforce, but isn't going to pick it up yet. That's because he's not found the heart container, the same heart container that Darkfalls found earlier. So he's going to keep on going until he finds that second item.
Yeah, he might be key blocked out of it. He has 0 keys at this point. Darkfalls has 1, so we'll see if that ends up coming into play.
Now Greenmario is going to tackle this 4-headed Gliog, and this is going to be a doozy of a fight because it's normally 10 hits for the first head, 6 for all subsequent heads.
Yeah, and boss HP has not changed, so this will be vanilla. And this is the boss room in level 4, so it will drop something. Whether it's something he needs or not, that's yet. He's doing a really good job with this fight, though.
That was an excellent fight there for Greenmario, but unfortunately he gets no reward. Darkfalls does find the Triforce in level 4, so that is his second Triforce piece. He already got the red candle and the heart container out of there, so he is done with level 4.
And that's interesting. There must be another one of that type of room in that dungeon for that to have not.
Absolutely here. So Darkfalls looks like he is now going to head for one of the shops, it looks like, or he might be heading for Vanilla Level 9's location. It sounds like he might be heading that way.
Yeah, while you're over here on this side of the world, I mean, that's a really difficult location to get to. So you've got the ladder, you've got the bombs. You might as well just finish it and not have to come back. The only thing that would really stop him would be if it's really difficult combat and he's not able to make it through just as far as the combat goes, or if it's something crazy like a required bait, required Goma, required Dig Dog, or something like that.
And Greenmario gets his Triforce out of level 4, so that's his first Triforce piece. And we find level 7 on Darkfalls' side. Now, in the vanilla game, it's 33 rooms of pure torture. But in shapes, level 7's a little bit more forgiving. It tends to be fairly smaller than its vanilla counterpart, but still, you're looking for one item that's on the ground, and there's the set of transport staircase, so it still can be tricky.
Yeah, 7 honestly is not that bad of a find in shapes. I would rather find 7 compared to 6 because
Oh,
seven's
yeah.
a lot smaller. The one thing about 7 is it still can be kind of tricky to traverse. It still can force you in weird paths. Not a whole lot of bomb holes that'll open up. You got to a lot of times take the exact right path through it, but there's not near as many rooms to check.
Looks like Greenmario got the ladder item on the coast. I believe it was a heart container, though. Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was watching.
Yeah, I wasn't mentioning it either. And there is your ink blot for level 7. Name that ink blot.
That kind of looks like a bird's mouth to me. A bird squawking, some sort of bird. And we have the heart container off the floor in level 7. That's a good early find.
To me, it looks like a griffin. Uh-oh, and we find a mugger room. Greenmario has enough cash to pay the toll of 58 rupees. And if this is not a segmented level 1, he has found one of the 3 items. And there's an... Oh, boy! Silver arrows for Greenmario.
That's a big find. If he gets bow, that'll be a great weapon to have early on, especially since he's not going to have to buy a candle. But still got to find the bow for that to really change a whole lot. Because I don't think that Dark Falls is going to spend too much time that Greenmario didn't looking for that item. It was pretty well.
Yeah, we can confirm it was a heart container on the coast, so that's how Greenmario got up to 5 hearts. Dark Falls is up to 6 hearts, so he is now guaranteed the white sword item, and who knows what that item could be. Greenmario getting a key drop in level 1, and he's going to need it because level 1, and we have the wand inside that like there for Greenmario.
Now that is a really big find. The wand will add 2 more hit points of damage. It's a ranged weapon that you'll always have. It doesn't affect all enemies, but it affects most enemies. The only enemy that just isn't hurt by the wand would be the Wizrobes and obviously Ganon. So it's a really, really good find. It's going to speed things up a lot for Greenmario. And hopefully for Dark Falls, he can find his way into level 1 pretty quick here.
Now, what I was going to say about level 1 before Greenmario found that wand is it tends to be littered with locked doors, and something just spawned on Greenmario's feet. Was that the bow?
It was a heart container, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because he was at 5 hearts. Now he's at 6 hearts. Okay. Yeah. And we have an ink blot here, and it's not a big level 1. Just 14 rooms. Name that ink blot. And just like that, level 1 is over for Greenmario.
Yeah, that's a real efficient level 1. Not too much to it. Real easy enemy set. Real great spoils as far as the wand and the silvers go. So he definitely won the lottery in the right order of the dungeons this time. So we'll see if Dark Falls can pull it back here.
Ooh, we find our Armos item. It is the raft needed to get to vanilla level 4's location. Nice find.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to that go mode. For Greenmario, it's just bow and recorder.
You're absolutely right there. Now, keep in mind that important items can never be in level 9. What we mean by important items are these 5 items. That's the bow, the ladder, the raft, the recorder, and the power bracelet. Of course, the power bracelet not required to beat the seed. It's a nice find early because it gives you transportation to those 4 power bracelet spots in Hyrule. Now, Greenmario is going to go back into level 8.
Yeah, at this point, he's much better equipped than he was the first time he tried to come in here, so it makes a lot of sense. He has more hearts. He has a lot more offense. He'll be able to dispatch a lot of these enemies a lot faster. Oh, and unfortunately, the bunny takes a kind of unexpected pattern there, which they really like to do, and sends him back to start. The good thing is he's only 1 room away from this.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to have to do all the enemies over again, including that Wizrobe. Yeah, you can't be petting the bunnies because you're losing 2 hearts there, and it looks like he did just that again. He's down to 1 heart, but he does get a heart drop from the Pole's voice. Just has to dispose of the Wizrobe. I believe 1 more hit left to go. He got him. Could move on to the next room. And the good news for Greenmario is there's a bubble in that room, so if he were to take another death, that room is locked as long as he stays on level 8.
Right. Yeah, you won't ever have to do that room again unless he dips.
And Darkfall's finding a Chevy room. Good thing he's got that ladder. Both of our runners do have the ladder out of level 3. He is still in search of the staircase item. He may have found it there. Let's find out if this is the item or if it was the second half of the transport. It is the item, and it's just a magical boomerang. And at 20 minutes in, Darkfall says, "No way, Jose."
Yeah, I don't blame him. At that point in the sea, definitely not what you're looking for. It can help in a few situations, but at this point, when you got red candle, it's definitely not what, especially it's definitely not what you're looking for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it can be useful, especially in these flags with the plus or minus 2 HP. But yeah, when you find the red candle, yeah, the boomerang does become obsolete. We find our bomb upgrade here in level 7, but it's at a premium price of 115 rupees, and Darkfall's nowhere near the cash to get that bomb upgrade, and neither does Greenmario if there's one in level 8.
Yeah, Greenmario being forced to play a game of find the magic bomb hole, and unfortunately, he walks right out of the bomb hole into a trap. That is pretty rude.
Oh, and
Bonks
he's
him right
down
back.
his last half a heart, and he's not able to bomb to the south either. And Greenmario says, no more in this room, so he's going to up an A, and he's done with level 8 a second time.
Yeah, that's rough. Now, the good thing for him is he has found the silver arrows. So the great thing about finding the silver arrows early is, you know that you won't have to find them in 9. That's the only thing you can ever really be required to look for in level 9. So he has the knowledge that his go mode is outside of 9, which is great. So he might just be banking on finding the item in the 2 dungeons that he hasn't dipped into yet, that he can access anyway. Or 3, actually, because he got the wrap.
Yeah, we'll see if that move pays off for Greenmario. Hitting that Gamble-matic 9000 can be a little bit frisky, as my friend Pranzo would say. Sometimes it might be the right play, and you end up getting a jet seat, and other times you end up getting burned. Greenmario is going to head for the white sword item. With the 6 hearts, he is guaranteed to pick it up, whatever it might be. So he's just got a few red Octoroks to contend with. And what do we have here? We have got, hey, look at this. It is the recorder. And that's an appropriate white sword message there regarding cannolis, because we tend to call the recorder the Olive Garden breadstick. It's a perfect pairing.
Yeah, that's a great play. I love the play to do the white sword item check before you go to the dungeon up at level 5 spot, because if it's an item that you need, it can drastically change your approach to whatever dungeon that is. So great play there by Greenmario, and he actually did not check the dungeon up there, I don't believe, unless he's already been in it. So that's an interesting play. We'll see if he plans to go back there anytime soon, or if he was saving that for a reason.
We will see indeed. As we do find behind Vanilla Level 4's location, it is Level 5. There will be a transport staircase guaranteed. More if it is segmented. So right now, Greenmario is just a bow away from being in Triforce and Go mode. That's pretty impressive 23 minutes in.
Yeah, that's big. So if he ends up finding that bow early, he can just blaze through everything else, especially since he'll have that bow and silvers combo. And unfortunately, he gets a little bit too aggressive on that 4-headed Gleeok, takes a death right before he gets the Gleeok.
Tough break there for Greenmario, and a tough break for Darkfalls. This has been quite the long level 7. I mean, this is kind of on the beefier side of shapes, this level 7 here, your Antlers.
Yeah, definitely. That means that level 8 is going to be on the relatively smaller side.
Yes.
As far as level 8s can be, but he's done darn near all of it. So he's gotta be feeling a little pressure now to go ahead and find the Triforce.
Yeah, he's got no compass, and this blue dark nut room could be the ticket to either the compass or the Triforce right there. And even the Dig Doggers could be in play as well. Yeah,
definitely. Hopefully for Darkfalls, that's not the case, because I'm pretty sure there's only 1 or 2 rooms that he has not cleared at this point.
Yeah, 27 rooms again, definitely on the bigger side. Now, according to what Fred the Creator has told me, Antlers, level 7 can never be bigger than level 8, but this one's going to be close. I've seen it be the same size, but to my knowledge and to what Fred has told me, level 8 can never be bigger than level 7. or level 7 can never be bigger than level 8. Excuse me.
Right. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. But level 8 can certainly be a lot bigger than level 7. Oh
Absolutely.
no! And he just gets a 5 out of there.
Ooh, this is looking ugly potentially for Dark Falls. Maybe that Dig Dogger is required.
Yeah, he does have beams for this Gleeok, and he
Oh
can.
man, look at this level 5 shape.
Oh yeah, that's gross. A lot of linear paths in this 5. And if you take the wrong path, check the wrong branch, it could cost you quite a bit of time.
This is one of the beefier level 5s I've seen in quite a while. That's 24 rooms, folks.
Definitely. It makes sense since we've seen the level 1 is on the very small side. The level 3 was pretty small.
Correction, 25 rooms this level 5 is. Definitely on the beefier side. That's not much smaller than level 7.
Right. Unfortunately, Dark Falls takes a few bops there. It's kind of snowballing on him a little bit. And he does get the Gleeok down, but unfortunately does not get anything for his.
Yeah, and he's looking at that map. That looks like a full clear of level 7 to me, and Dark Falls now has come to realization Recorder's going to be required to get that Triforce piece out of level 7.
Yeah, that's rough for Dark Falls because Greenmario has not been there yet, and he has the Recorder. So he is not going to have to double dip that dungeon. Dark Falls, it does look like, though, he's going in the right direction to get his offensive upgrades and start on the right path.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, right now, Greenmario in a very favorable spot. And, yeah, this is turning into one of those right order seeds here, Antlers.
Yeah, and that can certainly happen, especially in this flag set. It doesn't a lot of times it does not take much to give you that advantage that you need over your opponent.
We do find our floor item in level 5, and Greenmario finds the wooden boomerang, or as if TG were around, we'd say, all hail, he picks it up.
And that is a great find, just for the knowledge, because he is not going to want to have to full clear this level 5 for a floor item for the possible bow. Now all he has to do is look for a staircase, and he's done, because he knows where the Triforce is. He's got the...
Speaking of great finds, Antlers, that large secret more than makes up for that terrible medium secret. That was a whopping 142 rupee large secret that Dark Falls just picked up as he enters level 1.
Yeah, great large secret. Now that he's in 1, he's going to get his silvers. He's not going to have to buy arrows either, so money's not going to be a problem this seed. He'll spend the money right there, but still, he's got plenty enough rupees to do anything he needs.
Yeah, plus there's still 2 large secrets left in play. We have 7 medium secrets, 3 large secrets, and 4 small secrets to help you out. And Dark Falls does get his silver arrows from level 1.
And Greenmario about to go in a staircase in level 5 and a transport staircase. We'll see where this takes him.
Takes him to the bottom of this level 5. So the next staircase that Greenmario finds will be his item. And if it is the bow, that will put him in Triforce and Go mode.
Yeah, at this point, the best case scenario, I think, for Dark Falls would be for Bo to be in level 8 and him to commit to doing the full thing when he comes up to it here.
Unfortunately, those Wall Masters rolled up in HP. 1 Wand Strike is not enough to kill a Wall Master, so they rolled at least 3 or 4 HP.
Yeah, Wall Masters are certainly annoying whenever they are whenever they roll high. And actually, this is a segmented level 5. This is a shadow segmented level 5 because you cannot reach this bottom area from the top there because of the old man block.
Right, so it's kind of like an actual vanilla level 5. I mean, it's not segmented in terms of the shape's structure, but yeah, it's pretty much segmented because you can't get to that portion of level 5 without taking that transport staircase.
Exactly. And Darkfall is getting ready to wrap up here in level 1. He found the Triforce. He's got his wand. He's got his silvers. He's going to find his heart here pretty quick, and he'll...
Yeah, most certainly. He'll have a pretty good time with this level 1 here, and then he'll be on his way to the next dungeon, and he gets that very tiny ink blot map of level 1. Again, just 14 rooms. But Green Mario is looking for that staircase that's going to get him the second item. It could be behind this locked door. He's down to 2 keys, and Dark Falls finds a blue Goma that could scare him a little bit. We know it's not required.
Oof, yeah, Green Mario is coming close to full clearing this 5. Exactly what he didn't want to do here. It was looking good when he found that early floor item, but he's done a ton of.
Yeah, unfortunately, the staircase that has his second item has eluded him so far. Dark Falls about to full clear level 1 himself. He still hasn't found all of his items either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in this like room, and he didn't clear it the first time through, so it might be in this like room.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, look at this! We find our staircase item in level 5, and Green Mario is now in Triforce and Go mode. It is indeed the bow.
Wow, the play to stick around and look for that staircase item paid off big.
So Green Mario can just look for nothing but Triforce pieces at this point, and right now I'd say he's got a relatively comfortable lead on Dark Falls, but it's not over by any stretch of the imagination. We have a lot of race left, including, of course, the Great Equalizer itself, level 9.
Yeah, it's just going to be a Triforce rush at this point for Green Mario. So Dark Falls really, really needs to, hopefully gamble that level 8 does not have anything. And I think he's thinking maybe he cleared these 2 like rooms already. I'm pretty sure he didn't, though. And I think that's kind of what the confusion is, because he knows he still has a floor item defined, but it's in one of these like rooms.
I believe it's
this one or the one above it.
No, it's not this one, because I remember it being an open spaced room, because it had an item that was right down the middle. It spawned right on Green Mario's feet.
Sure.
He's looking for an open room. Maybe it was this one. Might have been this one.
I believe it was the like room that was above him, because that's the one where the boomerang normally spawns. The 4 block rooms in the center that are kind of close together.
Next up is going to be the Quarter Lake for Green Mario, and this is level 2. 2 items on the floor for him, if, of course, he runs into him. At this point, he's just looking for Triforce pieces. Of course, he'd love to find the red ring or the magical key. Dark Falls does get his Triforce out of level 1. That is going to be his 3rd Triforce piece. So in that department, we are tied again.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Green Mario found his first floor item out of level 2. That was the Power Bracelet. Not really a great find at this point for him, especially since he's not really going to need to go back over to level 6, the level 6 spot anyway. So that's not really what he was necessarily looking for, but I guess it will help him get back up to level 5 spot a little bit quicker, so could have been worse.
Boy, Green Mario probably hopes that blue Wizard Room does not have the Triforce. Dark Falls did get the heart off the coast, so he's currently up to 8 hearts. So he's 2 hearts away from having a shot at the magical sword. There's the Triforce for Green Mario, and that's going to be number 4 for Green Mario. He's going to be done with level 2.
Yep, don't blame him. No point in sticking around at this point. You might find like the red ring or the any key, but Green Mario is an insanely skilled player. He won't need either of those to finish. He's got 3 keys. He'll just find more on his way through them.
Now, when you're a sub 30 runner of the vanilla game, you're used to playing the game without any jewelry.
Yeah, sub 29 now, actually.
Oh, nice. Congratulations on the recent accomplishment for Green Mario. Yes, not many players in that elusive sub 29 club. Alrighty, so we'll find out where Green Mario is going to be headed for next. Looks like he's going to be heading for back to level 1's location. That's where level 3 was. He just needs to get the Triforce out of there.
Yeah, he needs a Triforce out of 3, 6, 7, and 8. He hasn't been in 7 yet, so I believe he'll come across those Dig Doggers fairly early in there, to be honest. So that's probably going to give him a little bit more of an advantage because he won't have to skip over those and come back.
Now, Dark Falls is here in level 8. We know that the items in level 8 are not going to be required for progression, but it is conceivable that Dark Falls could find some items that could benefit him down the road. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Best case scenario would be if he finds an early Triforce, maybe an early red ring, and then an early Triforce, allow him to really blow through stuff a little bit more than Green Mario might be able to. That might be something that gets him back into the game. But Greenmario's got a definite advantage right now.
Almost certainly here. So Dark Falls, again, still looking for the 3 items. Again, there's 2 behind staircases and then 1 that is going to be the floor. Greenmario gets his Triforce out of level 3. 3 more Triforce pieces left to go before he's eligible to go into level 9.
And he did a great job manipulating that blue Wizard's movement around the blocks. It's tough, but once you start to know the patterns for the Wizrobes, it's definitely doable. The more blocks in the room, or rivers, or water, or whatever you want to call it, the better.
Yeah, certainly, indeed. So Darkfall is taking on this 4-headed Gleeok, and that was a very nice fight for him. But again, just like just about every tough fight we've seen so far, there's been no reward for these runners.
Yeah, and that's one of the tougher rooms to fight a Gleeok in. That middle cluster of blocks just is such a pain to work around. And Greenmario, as we speak, entering level 7, they're gonna pirouette that door open. That's a glitch that tricks the game into thinking that you've come through that door already, and it opens the door without you having to use a key on it. Works the same with bomb walls, actually.
We'll see how long this level 7 takes Greenmario. Again, this was a very big level 7. It was 27 rooms. And based off of Dark Falls' full clear, and unfortunately Dark Falls is done with level 8, he's out of bombs.
Yeah, and honestly, if he doesn't go back in, that might be the best thing for him, but it looks like because of the bomb droppers on that screen, he's going to just farm bombs and go back in. And Greenmario, while attempting to deal with those turrets, those BMOS turrets in the corner and the Dark Nuts, takes a death in level 7. So this could still turn around. He's going to have to do this entire room again, which is not easy on 3 hearts. I don't care if you have wand or not. It's not.
Wow! Just absolutely whiffed completely on that first bomb. Not on that second bomb. He got a nice shot there with the second.
Yeah, it went from 0 to 4. That's a pretty good recovery.
Now just 1 more Dark Nut left to go, and there's his map. So Greenmario now just needs to find the Triforce. Again, based off of Dark Falls' exploration, we believe it to be behind a Dig Dogger.
Yeah, that early map is super helpful. It lets you know, for shapes especially, lets you know which bomb walls could be a thing, which ones you won't have to bomb in order to try and progress, especially in level 7. Because of the fact that there are so few bomb walls anyway. If there is one, it can be a needle in a haystack sometimes.
Right, you are. Dark Falls does find the compass in level 8, so now he knows exactly where the Triforce is going to be. And boy, look at where it is. I do not want to see the ink plot for this level 8. It's going to be a nightmare. Because remember, that level 7 and level 8 fit on the same 8x8 grid, and based off of where that Triforce is in 8, this could potentially be a segmented level 8.
Yeah, I think based on what 7 looks like, it looks like it's almost going to be a big inverted L for level 8.
Yeah, I think there's going to be that squiggly S Tetris piece that's going to fit where level 7's ink plot would fit, but Dark Falls taking a death to the BMO statues. Boy, those BMO statues have been relentless so far this evening.
Yeah, they've been in really awful rooms with those Poles Boys, and now with the Dark Nuts as well. Not fun rooms to try and clear, especially when the game has not given a runners the.
And Darkfall saying and no more to that level 8. Again, could be a blessing in disguise for him because we know that the items in level 8 are not progression items. Getting Fireball into the face is Greenmario. Cannot take down that Gleeok, so back to start he goes.
And you know something, Laws? I don't think that Darkfall's cleared that Gleeok when he was in here, so that could definitely be the Triforce, I believe.
Maybe, or it could be the compass as well.
True, he didn't get either. So there were at least 2 rooms that he did not clear.
Yeah, very interesting. So yeah, this is definitely a combat-heavy seed here, Antlers. And, you know, considering that Dark Falls is up to 9 hearts, it wouldn't surprise me if Magical Sword potentially could be on the table for Dark Falls.
Yeah, and Dark Falls does find his recorder. That is good news. That will hopefully allow him to kill the Dig Dogger in level 7 and maybe get the Triforce now. And it's fewer items that he has left on the table. He did get his raft earlier as well from the Armos. So he's going to go up to this dungeon up at level 5 spot. Now, it's not going to have anything that he necessarily needs. So that's kind of unfortunate for him. It would be better if he went to level 4 spot and get his bow. But I definitely can't. I mean, this is the play that I would make given where he is. But it is level 6, so he might spend a little while digging this.
Then again, he finds an instant Triforce in level 6, and that's actually bad news because when Greenmario gets to that level 6, it's going to be the fastest level 6 in history.
Exactly. Dark Falls really needs to get out of this level 6. And he is, so that's good. The thing about level 6 is it has the potential to be massive, especially seeing the size of some of the dungeons that we've seen so far. It can be very big. So that's a good decision on his part to get out. He's going to go to the dungeon that has his bow now.
As I mentioned, level 6 and level 8 both have the potential to can be over 40 rooms each. And Greenmario does find the scrap metal, and he will decline it. He already has the wooden boomerang. I guess he does not want a second one. Oh, and that old man taunting him with that bomb upgrade. He is 13 rupees short. And you know, with level 9 being the great equalizer, resource management tends to be key more often than not. So Greenmario may want to think about that room later on, and if he gets some more rupees, he could come back to that room and purchase that bomb upgrade. Gives him anywhere between 2 and 4 extra, or 2 and 6 rather, 2 to 6 extra bombs.
Yeah, I mean 9 is at vanilla 3, so if he wants some ammo for his bow and silvers in 9, he can just go and grab the large secret over south of vanilla 7 spot. It's only a few screens away from level 3 spot anyway.
Oh my god.
So Dark Falls here in level 5. Again, we know the bow is here, and Greenmario taking another death here in level 7. Boy, we've seen a lot of deaths on both runner sides. And that is shocking for both of them because their combat is generally pretty good. And, you know, Greenmario, of course, a sub-29 Zelda runner. It just goes to show. Zelda Randomizer doesn't care who you are. You can get trolled at any time.
Oh, definitely. And there have been a lot of Gleoks that the game has wanted you to kill, like this one right here that Dark Falls is fighting. Unfortunately, takes a death there. Hopefully that sends him on a different path because he does not need to be down there.
No.
What he needs is up in the upper portion, but yeah, hopefully he goes ahead and leaves that behind. But yeah, I mean Greenmario as well, getting a little trolled by this seed, so it can happen to anybody.
Absolutely, here, and Greenmario still wants no part of that Gleok here, and again hasn't wanted any part of the Dig Doggers yet either. Again, now one thing about the boomerang that Greenmario does have. With the boomerang, you actually can stun the segments of the Dig Dogger. And if it's one of those single segmented Dig Doggers, he could use that boomerang, stun him. That way he doesn't take any damage. Because anytime you get hit by a Dig Dogger, you're losing 2 hearts right there.
Oh, definitely. And the Dark Falls finds the Triforce there. Needs to find that staircase item. I believe it's on the right bottom side of that little circle there.
Correct. Now he does grab the Triforce. That's his 5th Triforce piece. Will he go back into level 5? This is a big decision for Dark Falls because we know the bow is there. Will he go back into level 5, or is he going to hit the Gamblematic 9000 again? And he is gambling, and that is a tough break for Dark Falls.
Yeah, that's bad news. Hopefully he goes back there before going back to...
Well, so there's the Triforce in level 7. Greenmario just found it, and it doesn't look like it was the Dig Dogger. It was the Dongos, I believe.
Was it that, or was it Dark Nuts? I think it was.
Maybe it was Dark Nuts, but in any event, it was none of the above.
Yeah, I mean, it was something that Dark Falls might have he might have thought he had cleared that room and not actually cleared it. That's happened to everybody before.
Oh, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, tough break there.
he's going to have to go back and clear that whole dungeon now, and he's going to go straight for the rooms that he couldn't clear last time.
Dark Falls finds the power bracelet in level 2 and goes ahead and picks it up. Again, not required to beat the seed, but might as well pick it up. It's just right there.
Yeah, it'll get him back to level 7 a little bit quicker, so that's good. Greenmario is just on the Triforce tour at this point. He's got to get this Triforce out of level 8. He's got to swing by level 6, but then he'll be in level 9. And level 6, as we know, is not going to take him very.
No, it's going to be 2 rooms and Triforce and done. So Dark Falls does find the Triforce in level 2, but he's going to keep exploring. Again, we found the power bracelet. Now, we don't know what the second item is. Best case scenario for Dark Falls, the second item is the red ring.
Yeah, that's the best he can really hope for at this point. That or the any key. And hope that Greenmario has key issues in level 9, something like that.
Well, Dark Falls has changed his mind after seeing all those blue wizards. Who can fault him? That's going to be his 6th Triforce piece. Now, if he gambles here, again, it's going to be the right move. And it looks like he thought about it, but it looks like he is going to back out of this level 2.
Yeah. At that point, that's, at some point you got to dig a dungeon. That's for sure. So we'll see what he does end up deciding to dig. In my mind, 2 and 5 would definitely be candidates before level 8.
Oh, look at this. Level 8 has the red ring. Just an extra bonus for Greenmario. He was looking for the Triforce. He just happened to stumble upon the jewelry that's going to quadruple his defense. Unbelievable.
And Dark was 1 room away earlier. He was literally in the room right before that, but I don't think he wanted to spin the key at the time.
Oh, man. Everything coming up Greenmario here in this seed, Antlers.
Yeah. I mean, just from finding that level 1 early got him off to a really good pace, and then just digging the right dungeon in level 5, not even going up to level 7 until later, which level 7 really didn't have anything that.
Yeah. So now Greenmario, we know where the Triforce is. Unfortunately, Blue Wizrobe's just too much for Dark Falls, and we do have the ink blot for level 2. Contestants, name that ink blot. Dark Falls is going to save and get out of there, and there's the map, and he's going to pick it up. Not segmented. Boy, looks like a laser gun to me. Contestants, name that ink blot.
Oh, wow. What a room for the Triforce. It's a good thing that red ring was in this dungeon, because this would be difficult.
Yeah.
But he hasn't taken a bop yet. Well, as I say that, he takes a couple.
But did get a heart drop from one of the Blue Wizards. They're in the garbage dropping group. So there's a few hearts, a few rupees, and 1 fairy in that so-called garbage dropping group. Well, he finds a bomb hole, which may or may not prove to be a downfall for him, and he gets a nickel for his efforts, plus a fairy. He'll take the bomb hole route. Dark Falls, meanwhile, another bonus K for him. This one at Candle Row. Now up to 10 hearts. He currently has a 1 in 5 chance of picking up the magical sword if he decides to make that play. Oh, no. Greenmario, boy, that bomb hole. Well, it actually is not the end of the world for him unless it's segmented. Phantom segmented like that, or Shadow segmented, you called it.
Yeah, it might end up costing him a key, but as I say that, he gets a key from the Manhandla, so
that was a nice bullseye, by the way. Great strike.
It was. It's real nice when you can bullseye the Manhandlas and get the bomb drop. Although I don't think he did get the bomb drop.
No, his bomb was just a pinch high.
Yeah, it was perfect in the middle, so it didn't end up rolling onto it and forcing the.
Yep, and there's a clock drop, so he'll be able to, well, he's going to skip the room for now. He's, again, looking for the Triforce. He's not far away from it. Just a couple of rooms left to go, and he's definitely in the right direction, but he may bomb to the right, see if he can go anywhere, and he's not able to, and he can't bomb to the south, which is good news for him.
Right, I think it's this room right here with the gels. Either that or it's to the right. Okay, it's to the right from here.
It's got to be. Yeah, he's right there. And, yep, he's going to clear this room easy. Enemy said he gets double his fairies. That's not where the Triforce is. It's got to be this room then, right?
or south of there. Yeah, I think south from where he was.
Yeah. I think you're right. It is south. So he's now going to find a way to get south of that room. Darkfall's still here back in level 5 now. Again, this is the right move because the bow is going to be here for him, and that's going to put him in Triforce and Go mode.
And that's big. He only has level 8 Triforce and level 7 Triforce to get after this. If he can find that level 7 Triforce relatively quick, who knows? He could get back in this. Level 9 is not...
Aha! Finally! A Gleeok fight worth fighting for. That's the room that had the Triforce. Greenmario now has 7 pieces.
Yeah, and he's going to be in level 9 in probably less than 2 minutes here, as he's just going to take one room into 6, then he's going to up A and screen scroll right over to level.
Absolutely. He is in a very powerful position right now. Obviously, the hearts could be a little bit better, but again, with the red ring, he more or less has the equivalent of 28 hearts.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Darkfall's up A's, he was going toward the right direction, I believe, but he needs to go east. He needs to go straight east.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get there directly east, but yeah, he's heading in the wrong direction, unfortunately. Yeah, Greenmario's next play has to be vanilla level 5, where he'll be able to get to level 6 and pick up his Triforce, but he's not... Yeah, he is heading there now. He just took a more scenic route, I guess, as it were, but he is heading for level 6 right now, and he should be in and out in mere seconds.
Yeah, he's going to love seeing this.
Yeah, he's absolutely going to love seeing this. Boom! Triforce, done with level 6. 2 of the fastest level 6 you're ever going to see in the history of Zelda Randomizer, folks.
And unfortunately, Darkfalls takes another death to that Gleeok there. That's a really tough room to fight Gleeok in as well. And oh no, he's leaving again.
Oh man, this has just not been Darkfalls' evening, Antlers. Greenmario now heading for vanilla level 3, which again is where level 9 is. Greenmario just under the 52-minute mark in level 9. Antlers, what are we looking for?
So we're looking for a shutter door that does not open, a single shutter door that when you clear all the enemies does not open. And we're also listening for the roar of Ganon. What that's going to be, or what that's going to mean, is you are adjacent to the room that Ganon's in. That can be hidden by bosses that are in the room. So you might see the runners clear a boss, leave the room, and go back in to check to see if they can hear Ganon. And this room that Greenmario's in right here, the single shutter door on the south, if that does not open, that would mean that that's Zelda's room.
And it didn't open! And never mind. We got you baited.
Push block. Yeah.
Darn reverse C, son of a beehive. So that is not where Zelda's room is. But he does find the any key!
That's a big find. That's the best thing he could have found by far. So
wow. Like I said,
nothing stopping him.
Everything coming up Greenmario here. So any problems he might have had with key blocks, now a thing of the past. So the only thing that could stand in his way is A, Zelda doing her best hide-and-seek impression, as she does more often than not, and B, everybody's favorite game show in Hyrule, Find the Bomb Hole.
Yeah, and in level 9, with 115 rupees in this enemy set, if I'm Greenmario, I start to consider using some of my silver arrows. They do 4 hearts of damage instead of the 2 with the wand, and they're faster.
Well, we find Zelda's room, but unfortunately Zelda got abducted by Vyres, and the good news is the Vyres did not roll up, so silver arrows and bombs can take him down. That's a source of bombs that are a very important source, might I add.
Absolutely, and they don't split either when you hit them with the silver arrows versus a wand hit would split them, and they take a lot longer to clear that.
Right, because they could roll to 2 HP where a wand could take him down. I don't believe that was the case this time around. There's a clock drop, but Greenmario feeling good about his combat, doesn't need it. So looking for both Ganon and Zelda. Now, in shapes, the one tell is when the room goes dark, you know that it is Ganon's room, because in shapes, there are no dark rooms except for Ganon's room when you enter it.
Yeah, and this 9 is not being the nicest as far as giving Green Mario open paths to traverse. It's pretty much sending him in a direct path and
Oh,
making him take a stair.
this might be what I like to call a stealth staircase, a one-off that just leads you to a dead end, and Green Mario can sniff it out. He's just going to go back.
In the meantime,
And
Dark
there's
Falls did
Dark
find
Fall.
his bow.
So good for Dark Falls. He is now back on track, but it could be too little too late here considering the situation that Green Mario is in right now. It would definitely take one heck of a great equalizer for Dark Falls to make the comeback now, but I've seen stranger things happen, Antlers.
That's true. You never know. There could be a bomb wall that Green Mario just misses and can't find, and Dark Falls finds it pretty early, just by chance. There are a lot of things that could happen in 9, so it's definitely not over till it's over.
Darkfall is going to fill up on the fairy fountain here. I think the only extra bonus that Green Mario could find at this point, and to me, I don't think he really needs it, is if he finds the white sword.
Right? Yeah. The white sword would be the only thing that
That'd be like
find that would remotely help at this point. But
that'd be like the cherry on top there. So there's some fires, nothing doing here, and he's going to go through this locked door again. We're still trying to hear the roar of Ganon, find Princess Zelda. We've not seen too many shutter doors, and that's not where Zelda is either.
Yeah, and when you chat might let us know whenever they hear the roar of Ganon, unless you have your audio available to be on.
No, I do not have audio available at this time. Green Mario stumbles upon 10 rupees as he emerges from that staircase and finds another staircase with another nickel, which he doesn't need, so he'll just leave it behind for the time being. And another potential staircase. These double block rooms are known to be red herrings quite often, but he does find a clock drop that'll stop these dark nuts in place, and he's going to push and find, doesn't push, it doesn't find any bomb holes. Then it is a staircase.
And now the good thing for Dark Falls in this level 8, he has the compass, so he knows where he needs to go here, generally. And he does find his red ring as well.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be out here pretty quick. It just depends on how long it takes him to get through that level 7 and find the Triforce that he missed.
And here's a potential for Zelda's room here, but the door does open. That is not where Zelda is either. So both the pig and the princess being quite elusive here so far in level 9.
Yeah, level 9 can definitely do this. That's why you call it the Great Equalizer. It can definitely troll one person and send one person in the right path. There are so many different things that can happen, so many variables to account for in level 9.
Right, and we did find our second staircase item in level 8. It turned out to be a heart container, so Dark Falls now has a 40% chance of picking up the magical sword if he decides to make that play.
Yeah, well, I mean, he'll be somewhat in the area. He does have recorder, so he could recorder over to level 6 spot. And unfortunately,
Out
it
of
looks like
bombs
Dark Falls
again.
he's out of bombs, yeah. But the good news is there are bomb droppers on the screen with level 8, so he can just respawn them until they drop a bomb for him.
Green Mario getting a little bit lost here. He ended up back in Zelda's room. So, yeah, this level 9 proven to be a bit of a doozy here so far for Green Mario. This could be one of those magical staircase situations, or again, find the bomb hole.
Yeah, and at this point as well, for Green Mario, he's got to be thinking he could see a dot done at any moment. And that can really weigh on your mind. And this might be his first rando tourney race. I'm not sure about that, but I believe it might be his first rando tourney race. So that's something that might be weighing on his.
Boy, what would a level 9 be? Yeah, what would a level 9 be without the famous vertical shoot room?
And now, you know, when I see things like that in level 9 and I'm forced to go back to start over, I really start to tilt. So you got to fight off that. You got to fight off that inclination because it can be pretty strong at times when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, it's one of those rare level 9s that doesn't give you the choice to go up. Your choices were left or right, something you don't see very often. It's an uncommon starting level 9.
Right, and we'll see if this. And of course, that wall does not
Of
bomb for him
course.
either.
Go figure. So Greenmario is going to have no. Well, what is he thinking? No, he might have just got sucked back into the vortex, which does happen from time to time. He's going to take the staircase in the hopes it's going to take him closer to where he needs to be. This is a transport.
And in the meantime, Dark Falls is making his way closer to that Triforce. 2 rooms away now.
Yes. So he has to clear that final whiz robe. Now, the good news is with the red ring, instead of losing 4 hearts, you're only losing 1 heart if you get hit by those beams. And Greenmario heading south. Again, still no sign of Ganon or Zelda. Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon with the wood sword. He is going to need 15 hits to take down the beast. A high roll driver, which he just took right there, is going to cost him 1 heart, but it looks like he has the stun lock. 5. Oh, but he lost it. There's 6, 7.
He's got to be
He has
careful.
no
I don't think he
potion.
has a potion. Yep.
No. And 1 more high roll driver, and he's down for the count. Oh, and he takes one right there. Back to start he goes. Ganon takes the first round away. So that's a bit of an inconvenience. But again, Greenmario knows how to get there. He just has to take the transport again, just a few rooms away, and he'll give it another go.
Dark Falls in a very tense battle with these blue whiz robes.
Yeah, he's down to his last half heart, and no bombs. No, he gets beamed, and he loses the battle. Back to start. He could not afford that death.
That feels so bad. And one thing we should mention about level 9 is the one exception to the single shutter door room is that there can be multiple shutter doors inside of Ganon's room that can hide Zelda. So if you go into Ganon's room and it has 3 shutter doors, one of them could be hiding Zelda, even though it's not a single shutter door room. And
you're absolutely right. And we've actually seen that come into play in races past where runners forget about that rule. They don't check behind that shutter door, and it turns out to be the only way to get to Zelda's room, and it's cost them races. I've seen that happen before, so hopefully Greenmario knows that rule, but he finds a very important map here.
Right, and the reason I mentioned that is because we've seen so much of this level 9 at this point that it's looking more and more likely that it could be one of these 2 shots.
He's going to try the magical sword, and 11 hearts is enough for Dark Falls to pick up the magical sword that'll do 4 hit points of damage, so that's definitely going to help his combat out, but it just might be too little too late. Greenmario's still having some trouble getting the stun lock on Ganon. Well, we took another high roll driver. He may have the stun lock here. A few hits left to go, and we're going to have Bacon. Looking pretty good. He's got him. Down goes Ganon. We've got Bacon. Greenmario gets his Triforce of Power. And so now he just needs to find where Zelda is. Could be behind one of these 2 shutter doors. Is she here? No. Gets caught in a 4-headed Gleeok room. How many times have we seen that?
And he's got to be freaking out now. No way.
Yeah. So he's going to have to take it down. Luckily with the wand, it's a good trick to use the wand and sword. But he doesn't check the door to the north. Again, that could be where Zelda is, but that spike trap could lead him back.
Yeah, that definitely helps send him in what could be the right direction.
Is Zelda here? No.
There's one more room to check over there, though. He did not check this room to the east over here.
Right. He could check this room to the east because there could be a shutter door going to the south, which could be the only way to get to Zelda's room for all we know. We're going to find out. Is there a shutter door here? There is not.
Yeah, so it's got to be in that northwest section, I believe.
Now, with that magical sword, that's going to make that fight with these blue whiz robes much, much easier for Dark Falls. Instead of all of those hits with the wood sword, just 3 hits with the magical sword each.
Yeah, that should make this fight a lot more trivial.
So So now Green Mario looking for that single shutter door that's going to automatically open, and Green Mario will take a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 showdown here in the preliminary rounds as we find the other side of that shoot room.
Gotta love it. Everything that could happen right now to send his nerves in a frenzy is happening.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what level 9 likes to do to runners. It's very intimidating. I don't care how good you are at this game. It happens to the best of us.
And Darkfall's going to give it another go here with those whiz robes coming up on that room.
Yeah, for sure. So going to pass up this room. There's a locked door. He's looking at his map. He hasn't taken that room yet, so he will go through this locked door, and he may find something. Oh, it's a shutter door, but it doesn't open. Instead, it is Patra Wayne guarding the path.
Oh, no, and he's down to half a heart again.
With he gets hit. Oh, he doesn't take out the Master Eye, and he is gone, and back to start he goes. Boy, this level 9, taking no prisoners here.
Yeah.
I got a feeling. I got a feeling these runners are going to see these Gleoks in their sleep tonight.
Yeah, the Gleoks, the shoot rooms, the 4 BMOS turrets in the corner, all of it.
And Darkfalls does get his Triforce out of level 8. One more Triforce left to go. It's in level 7, which again he's pretty much full cleared, but he has to find the right room. And considering that he thought maybe the dig doggers were required, it's going to end up being a red herring now. Of course, it could have the compass because we never found that.
Yeah, and there's another room too in there. I'm fairly confident that he didn't clear, which was that dark floor Gleok.
That is blocked off. That's like a phantom segmented. Nope, he's already been there. That's where the magical key was. Now, level 9 by default is going to have 6 sets of transport staircases. If there's a segmented level 9, then there'd be 7 sets, but not in this case. It's very rare that you see a segmented level 9, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it certainly can happen, but because of how much of the map that level 9 takes up, it's very rare for that to happen.
Yeah, I've only seen it twice in all of the randomizers I've ever watched. It's probably happened a little bit more than that, but I was on the commentary for one with El So. In fact, El So's been on the commentary for at least 2, to my knowledge, because there was one during the weeklies that was a 60-room level 9, and it turns out there was a one-off, so you had that 7th transport staircase. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Darkfall's back into level 7. I'm telling you, he's not out of it yet. If he has a very efficient level 7, hold up, 2 shutter doors.
Yeah, but the chances are slowly dwindling here.
Oh,
this
certainly.
This is uncharted territory for Green Mario at this point. So
yeah.
Any room could.
That is true. There's a shutter door. Automatically opens. Get your GGs out for Green Mario. He will take a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 showdown as he rescues Princess Zelda. Well played.
GG Green Mario finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 49 seconds.
Great run there for Green Mario. He played exceptionally well. Level 9 doing its thing a little bit to him, but overall, not a bad run for him. And I think just in the end, it ended up being a right order seed. Green Mario took pretty much the right path, and Darkfalls, unfortunately, at level 7 and the bow in level 5, those 2 things, there's the comes. And of course, it was the Gleok that had it.
Yeah. See, that's the exact room that I was saying. I was pretty sure he didn't clear, and I was worried about.
Neither runner cleared that room. They both took deaths to that Gleok. Yeah. So now Darkfalls knows exactly where it is. So it looks like he's going to go ahead and finish up this seed, be a good sport about it. We'll see what kind of level 9 he has. Green Mario took about 16 minutes to be exact. It was about a 15:50, give or take a couple seconds for Green Mario. So we'll see if Darkfalls is able to beat that time for his level 9.
Yeah, and that's a rude level 9. 15 minutes for level 9 is pretty rude with those kind of resources that he had. So, I mean, as we saw, obviously, it was not very.
So it was Darknuts that guarded the Triforce as Darkfalls gets his 8th and final Triforce piece. And again, he's going to have a little bit of an advantage that Greenmario didn't have, is in the fact that he's going to have the magical sword to play with in level 9.
Right. And I think since this is a double header, we'll be holding off on interviews until after the second race. Is that correct?
It is back-to-back. Yeah, I believe that's how that is going to work.
Yeah, so Darkfall's right into level 9 now, and we'll see. I mean, we'll see how long it takes him. Like you said, he could have a really good level 9 and not have too much of a deficit.
Yeah, certainly. Anything can happen here, so we'll see how it goes. He's going to go left, which, again, is the general direction that most randomizer runners is going to go if the up direction is not available first.
Yeah, I'll typically go left if I'm just looking for the pig or the girl. But if I'm looking for an item, I'll typically go right and try and eliminate those rooms as possibilities. So it just depends on what you're looking for and how much you need to.
There's another 4-headed Gliok, but with the magical sword, it's going to go down a lot quicker. 3 hits for the first head, 2 for all subsequent heads. So take that, Gliok.
Yeah, Gliok's not going to present too much of a threat at this point. And what a relief that is.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how Darkfalls manages to help me find Zelda's room, but again, Zelda's not here. It's just a bunch of buyers.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we do have a forfeit from Darkfalls in the IRC. I don't know if that means that he's not going to finish the seed out, or if he just wanted to make it official in the IRC.
Yeah, it looks like Darkfalls is going to go ahead and wave the white flag on this particular race, but good effort from Darkfalls in the race against Greenmario. But again, I just think the difference between these two just ended up being routing. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, that level 7, we saw how long it took Greenmario with all the extra resources. It was just very unfortunate that Darkfalls ended up checking that dungeon location when he did, because it was just a really bad dungeon with the amount of resources he had, whereas Greenmario went to level 1, which had his silvers and his wand and an extra heart for him. So it just kind of, the ball bounced in Greenmario's direction, but it could have easily gone either way.
Yeah, because combat was rough for both of these runners. And yeah, that's something you don't generally see happen to either Darkfalls or Greenmario, but that's just the way the cookie crumbled this time. So Darkfalls going to shake this off, hopefully tie up the score. But if Greenmario wins, he'll move on to the round of 64, and we'll have to say goodbye to Darkfalls.
Yeah, and that's this is a great round 1 pairing. Both these runners very capable. Both have been around the community for a long time, and both pretty well known. So I'm looking forward to race.
Now, things are not going to get easier regardless of who emerges from this preliminary round, because the winner moves on against the number 17 seed, Chessjerk. And Chessjerk is probably one of the more underrated Zelda randomizer players out there. He's really good at both the vanilla and the randomizer game, but he's a guy that you just don't hear much about it, but he's really, really good at this.
Yeah, Chessjerk is as a 17 seed. That's rough catching him.
Yeah, he easily could have been a top 5. That's how good he is.
Yeah, he's very, very good. I think he had a couple races that kind of trolled him a little bit, kind of dragged the average down a little bit, and that's why he ended up at 17. But make no mistake, he can beat anyone on any given.
Absolutely. So game 2 coming up right here on Randomania 2. Don't you go away. Darkfalls versus Greenmario. It is Greenmario up 1-0. If he wins this next game, he will move on to that round of 64 encounter against Chessjerk.